If your joints are feeling a little bit sore and a little bit achy today, do not fret because we are about to go into a full body mobility class. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Vera. I'm a certified personal trainer and flexibility coach, and my goal is to make sure you are feeling good in your body, no matter your ability, so you can do what you want to do in life. Today, we are getting into a video from The Garden, my online fitness and flexibility membership, which you should definitely check out after this video. I'll give you a little bit more deets later, but right now I want to get into this full body mobility class with you. We are going to be going through movements that get our joints moving to feel a little bit more liquid, to feel a little bit better in our bodies. When it comes to props, you are going to want a chair. We're going to use it for one specific exercise, but you can also use it to sit in or use as balance. We're also coming down to the ground, so make sure your joints are protected. Grab some pillows, roll up your mat when needed. Do what you got to do. And optionally, you are going to want blocks and or a strap. If you don't have yoga blocks, you're going to grab some thick books or use that chair. And if you don't have a strap, you are going to use a towel, a scarf, a belt, heck, even a dog leash will be fine. But again, the blocks and strap are optional, okay? So we are going to get into it. We're going to get into it standing. So make sure you got chairs nearby. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you're listening to your body and going at a pace that feels good for you. Let's get into it. All right, friends, let's get into it. We're going to start by rolling out our wrists as we bring our arms overhead. Take a nice slow inhale here. Your hands are up top. Switch directions of your wrists. Bring it down. Slow exhale. Good. We're going to go into some shoulder circles. So bring it up nice and high towards your ears. Roll it down and back. And again. Good. We're going to do 3 more in this direction. You can follow your breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. When your shoulders are down, I want you to switch directions, pull them back up and forward. Last one here. Good. Bring it down. We're going to bring our elbows out, arms up. So we're in a goal post shape here. We're going to do our goal post opener. So inhale, let your chest expand, shoulders squeeze together. Exhale, you can round your spine as your elbows come to meet. You can drop your chin to chest. And again, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Try and keep your elbows in line with your shoulders as we go back and forth, letting your spine move alongside everything. Good. This time we're going to interlace our fingers, push our palms out, bring it up overhead. You can drop one hand to your hip. We go into a side bend. As you're reaching, make sure you're not coming forward, but you're actually pushing your arm in line with your ear or maybe a little bit back to get a little bit of a chest opener here too. Take a breath. Exhale. Bring the arm down. Let's switch sides. Bring the other arm up to the other side. Good. Take a nice deep breath or two here. Bring the arm down. We're going to go into some spinal rolls. Kind of similar to a forward fold, but not quite. So feet are going to be a little bit wider than hip width. They can actually be as wide as it feels comfortable. We're going to have a nice soft bend in the knees here. I'm going to start with my nose, tuck it in towards my chest, round my shoulders forward, and I'm going to think vertebra by vertebra as I start rolling it down. My hands are just tracing my legs, stopping where I feel good, wherever that is. Once you are wherever you feel comfortable stopping, take a breath. And slowly roll it back up. Take your time. Again, we think of a rippling motion through our spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way to standing. We're going to go two more times. All right. Okay, take your time with it. Again, my hands are just tracing my legs, making sure my neck feels released. Once I kind of find my stopping point, I can give it a little yes, a little no, give it a little shake just to make sure it's feeling good, and then slowly roll it back up. And we go one final time. Good. Take that breath and roll it back up. Wonderful. Okay, in line with that little neck shake we did, why not look into the neck just a tiny bit? So we're going to look side to side as if we're saying no in the most dramatic fashion. Remember, you don't have to go the same speed I am going. You can go slower. Come to center and make that really dramatic yes, pulling your chin up and pulling it down to your chest. Remember, you're going in your range of motion, not mine. When your chin comes down to your chest, slowly roll right ear to right shoulder. Bring it through center to the left. We're just doing half circles here, back and forth. Going extra slow through any sticky points. Good. Bring your chin down to your chest, slowly roll your head up. Amazing. All right, let's grab that chair and we're gonna have it in front of us. And I would suggest definitely having a chair with a back. This is gonna help even just our balance support. So I'm gonna have it in front of me, kind of to its side. So I'm standing beside it. I am going to bring one leg up here on top of the chair. Of course, if bringing your leg up is not feeling great, you can check the corner of the screen where I'm showing you how you can do this seated with a couple blocks. All right, same idea, just in a different position. So making sure you have balance here. We're keeping a soft bend in the leg we are standing on. I can have my hand to the back of the chair for that balance support, yeah? All right, we're gonna lift our toes up and we're gonna roll to the blade of our foot. The blade of our foot is the pinky side of the foot. And when our foot opens up, our knee automatically tracks with it. That is what we want. All right, so I'm gonna push my butt back here if I'm in the standing position, and I'm gonna start folding forward automatically when I push my butt back. When I'm doing that, I have the option of bringing my hand to my thigh or bringing my elbow to the thigh. Never bring it to the knee joint itself, just to the hip. And you can very, very gently push into it a little bit, or you can just focus on folding forward. You're gonna get some action happening into the outer hip, maybe a little bit into the glutes. You can hold. And then what you're going to do, you're going to lift your chest and you're going to bring the foot in and open it out. And we're going to do that 3 more times. Bring it in, open it out, in, open it out. I already lost count. Let's do 1 more time. Good. Bring the leg back in. You can bring the foot down. We're going to switch sides. So swinging that chair around. Making a lot of noise here. And let's get into the other side. So again, we will bring the foot up. And we have that soft bend in the standing leg so it's not fully straight. Keep that nice bend in it, okay? Lift the toes up, roll to the blade of your foot. Let the knee open up with the leg. From here, we can push our butt back, do that little fold here. Make sure your leg is not locking out. And you have the option of bringing your elbow to your thigh, your hand, or just keeping your hand to your hip. And we just fold forward only as far as it feels good. Remember, your range of motion is not my range of motion. We have all different types of abilities here. We have different anatomies here, different muscle things going on. But follow your own body. Listen to it. Take a few breaths. Hone into it. From here, you can lift your chest up, bring the knee in, open it out, and again. Before we were just really focusing a little bit more on the muscles than the joint. This is really focusing on the joint mobility. Good, one more time. Perfect, you can bring that foot down. We are gonna go into a downward facing dog next. Of course, you can use that chair, though if you're using a chair, please have it against a wall or something, because I know I love to slide with this, even though it doesn't have wheels. So please be careful if you're using that. Otherwise, I'm gonna grab my blocks because my hands are always sweaty, and we're gonna go into a downward facing dog. Okay, so we're about to get into a downward facing dog. Of course, if you're using a chair, you're gonna have your hands to the chair and walk back. In my case, I'm gonna stand at the bottom of my mat, soft bend in the knees either way. We're gonna roll it down. We're gonna walk our hands forward, finding where it feels comfortable. No matter where or how we're doing this, we are gonna pull our tailbone up and back. Okay, we're gonna think of our head dropping down towards our toes or our knees. And we're gonna really think of our chest folding towards our legs. Our shoulders are wrapping around our rib cage. Make sure you're not just pressing through the wrist, but also the knuckles and the fingers. And you can keep that soft bend in your knees. Mine love to just lock out. All right, so we are gonna do some calf walks here. So I'm gonna drop one heel down, bend the opposite knee, and we're gonna slowly switch. And switch. Switch. Breathing deeply through this. Okay. Do a couple more with me. Good. I want you to bend both knees very softly. Float it down to the ground, coming into your tabletop position. And remember, you can roll up your mat for your knees, roll up your mat for your wrists, grab a small towel for underneath your wrist, grab a pillow for your knees. You can also do this, these next few movements in a chair, okay? All right, so we're gonna come into this tabletop position, and we are going to start with a little thoracic rotation. So what's gonna happen, I'm gonna bring one hand behind my ear or behind my head, whatever feels better. Elbow in line with ear. I'm gonna take an inhale, open it up. Exhale, see if I go a little bit further. And I'm gonna bring it down. Think of my elbow touching the opposite elbow. Doesn't have to though. And again, open up. Think of the chest really expanding here. And bring it down. Good, 2 more times. Good. You can bring it down and we will switch sides. So when you're ready, opposite hand comes behind the ear or head. Open up. Exhale down. Maybe tapping that inner elbow. Don't have to though. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more time. All right, we're gonna go into some segmental cat-cows. So we're going through a slow cat-cow here is what it is. We're gonna pull the tailbone up to the sky. Nothing else is moving yet, just the tailbone. Belly is slowly gonna drop. The chest slowly pulls forward. As the chest pulls forward, the shoulders squeeze back together. You can look up as the chest is still pulling forward. Take that nice big inhale. Good. All right. We're going to go into cat. So again, we're going to start real slow, and we're going to move real slow, and we're going to go with the tailbone first. Curl it in, nice and slow. Only once your tailbone can't move anymore, then you can pull the low spine up. Think belly button to the spine. Slowly pushing into the ground, letting our shoulder blades move away from each other. Our whole spine is nice and rounded. We can drop chin to chest. Good. All right. Go into cow. Try not to move your upper spine, just move the tailbone. Then we think of that rippling motion. Okay, vertebra by vertebra, similar to our spinal rolls that we did standing. In your time. Good. From here, have a little tail wag if you're in this tabletop position with me. Feels kind of nice. And then find center. We go back to cat. Good. And again, add that little tail wag. I find this creates a little bit more space in our lower vertebrae. All right. You can slowly find neutral, or if you really want, you can keep going. That's up to you. We are going to sit it back a bit, and we're going to look at our wrists. Now, quick note, if you don't want to put too much pressure on your knees or your wrists are more sensitive, you can do this standing with a table. Okay, so having your shoulders over top of your wrists at a countertop or a table. So that is an option, okay? But if you're good down here, same cues, of course. We are going to gently start rocking forward and back. Now, when I say rocking forward and back, it's a very small motion, very minuscule here. We don't need to do a lot to get into our wrists. I am going to flip one of my wrists around. Fingers pointing towards my knees. And again, I rock back a bit, and that's where I feel the stretch, and I come forward to release. Okay, so we're going, as I said before, go in your range of motion. Hold it if it feels good, or just go for that gentle rocking. We are going to switch hands, so bring that one back forward, other one back. Good. That rocking to get in to those forearm muscles, but of course, the wrist joint as a whole. Good. All right. Bring it forward. We're going to do one more thing for our wrists, and then we'll shake it out, I promise. I want you to bring the bases of your wrists together, hands out. Okay? Your wrists don't have to be actually touching. They can have a little gap. That is fine. And we're going to very gently rock side to side. And just to get a little bit more into it. Super gentle here. Of course, if you're standing over a counter or table, you can adjust how much pressure is going into the wrists. If you're down here, it is a little bit harder to adjust if you're in this position here with me. So listen to your body, adjust how you need. We are going to slowly peel our hands off, give them a nice little shake. Do what you gotta do for them. Roll them out, whatever feels good. We are going to move into a lunge position here. So you have the option of using blocks, or you can again use a chair if you don't want to put pressure on your knees. So I am going to spring one foot forward for a classic kneeling lunge, knee in line with hip. Okay, and again, we can have blocks here. We can use those if it feels good. I'm going to curl my tailbone in, finding my balance. Tailbone in, sinking it down to find that hip flexor stretch. But we're not going to hold it here. We're gonna push our hips back. Tailbone comes up now. You get a half split, a hamstring stretch. We can bring our hands down or keep them to our hips. Again, we're not holding this. We're gonna bend the knee, push back, forward. Yeah, and we're gonna go back and forth, okay? So if you want, you can grab your blocks, use them to help you out there. Just back and forth. Taking our time with it. And you have the option of pointing your toe or flexing it into that half split position. I will note, if you're flexing it, it's going to feel a little bit more intense because it gets into the nerve a little bit there. It becomes more of a nerve glide or nerve floss. And if your toes are more pointed. So that's up to you. But we're just going to do that a bit more. And lift up. Bring that leg around. And we're going to switch sides. So feel free to grab some water. Do what you got to do real quick before we switch sides. But if you're ready to go, other foot comes forward. We find that position of the kneeling lunge. So knee in line with hip, curl the tailbone in, sink down to where it feels good. Your knee may be in line with the ankle. It may be forward, it may be behind. That is all good. Whatever feels good for your body. So again, we're going into this lunge. We push it back. Tailbone pulls up. And we automatically do fold forward, of course, because of our tailbone. And we go again. We don't have to go as fast as I am. Remember, go at a pace that feels good for you. We want to listen to your body, not mine. Well, I'm listening to my body. You don't have to listen to it. Listen to your own. Taking your time. Not only are we getting into the front leg knee, but we're mostly getting into the hips here through flexion and extension. Good. All right. Let me just do one more here. Bring it up. Bring that leg around. We are going to come down to the ground. Wait, we're already on the ground. We're going to come onto our backs. Okay, so take your time coming on to your backs. I will note, I know I said we may want to strap before. We're actually not going to use it. I'm deciding we're not going to do the stretch that potentially requires it. So do not worry about needing it. Just keep it to the side. All right, so you're coming on to your back. We're going to get into the hips for these last final moves. So feet grounded. Let's actually move our feet to the edges of our mat, knees falling in slightly. We're going to do what's called a broken bridge. We're going to bring one knee in and then switch. So the other leg is opening just a little bit to make some space, but generally it's staying fairly still. It's just the other leg that is falling inwards, creating some internal rotation in our hip, finding some extra space there. Good. We're gonna bring our knees back up. We're gonna turn it into windshield wipers now. So kind of similar, but not quite. We're gonna let both knees fall to the left. They may fall all the way down to the ground. They may not. That's fine. Whatever feels good for them. Bring them up to the other side. You can let your hips lift here as we go back and forth. Going as many times as you like at a speed that feels good for you. Slowly bring your knees back up to center when it feels good. We are going to end off with a nice little supine twist, maybe a book opener too, because why not? All right, so for this supine twist, we are going to do it a little bit different than I normally would teach it. So arms are going to come into a T shape, so arms in line with shoulders. Feet can be grounded, knees up, or you can bring both legs up to a reverse tabletop position of your legs. Either way, we let our knees fall to one side, yeah? All right, so I'm gonna look towards the opposite hand here. This top knee is pushing down into the bottom knee. If my legs don't feel comfortable reaching all the way down to the ground, we use a block. We can put it underneath our knees, our feet. We can also do that with a pillow or bolster or blanket. And I want you just to hang out here for a few moments. So both shoulders are grounded. Of course, one hip is lifted. So we can get that nice twist in our lower back. And let's have a book opener. So looking at the hand that's away from our legs is gonna come up overhead. And it's actually gonna high five the other hand. And then we open it back up, keeping our legs in this position. So of course, our chest is opening and closing here. Just do that one more. And we'll hold it open for another 5. Lift your knees back up. If you were in reverse tabletop, bring it back to reverse tabletop, and we will switch sides. Let it fall to the opposite side now. And again, we're looking to the opposite hand away from our legs. Our knee is pushing down. We're getting that nice stretch in our chest, but also that twist in our spine. Good. So you can just hang out here. You can close your eyes if it feels comfortable too. And then go into those book openers, just a few, bring it up and over. You can make a high five in that hand and then open it back up, just like a book. Pretty literal name here. And just let your whole chest move with that arm, the neck too. And let it hold open. Nice stretch. I do find, and I will say this, supine twist with the book opener and also those hip windshield wipers we did. I love doing those ones in bed right when I wake up to get a bit of mobility in my hips, but also, of course, my chest with the book openers. All right, so we are gonna roll to the side we're already having our hips on. You can use your forearm or elbow here to push in, to lift on up, and we can swing around. This does bring us to the end of our class. And that brings us to the end of this class. I hope you're feeling good. Drop a comment down below to let me know. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you really enjoyed this video and you want more, check out the garden. So that's where this video and 140 plus videos are, where you can work on your flexibility and strength whenever, wherever, for however you want to. And not only that, you also get monthly live classes, quarterly workshops, and I'll send you an email every single week to make sure you are being held accountable to your own fitness goals, however they may look. But you can check that all out at my website, flexibilitywithvera.com, and go to the garden. You can see what it's all about. But otherwise, I want you to keep stretching, keep feeling good in your body. Of course, check out the pinned comment down below where you can join my Discord channel, where we are constantly supporting and cheering each other on with our movement goals. And you can also sign up for my weekly email list, where I give you all the flexibility tips and tricks, and of course, what is coming up in my world. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your body is feeling a little bit better. Drink some water, get some rest, and I will see you on the mat soon again.